Hey beautiful people, how are you doing today? So I am back to the channel with something amazing, something great. I'm going to be showing you how to make beef pilau, but in an easy way. Like I've shared a beef pilau video before, but this is another way to do it. I want us to have different ways of doing different things, and yeah. So I'm not going to lie, this version of pilau is actually my favorite. The other version I shared is also good, but this is good too. So you should try it too and tell me how this goes. If you haven't seen the other version, please check out my page. I post food videos like simple recipes, and please subscribe, add up to the family. Don't forget what I said. When you're boiling meat, don't forget to add a little bit of ginger and a little bit of garlic. This elevates the taste. Also, never boil meat without adding salt. We want our meat to be seasoned like everything. So please never do a mistake. Actually, never boil anything without salt. Be it beans, just add your salt before you boil things. It's going to do a difference, trust me. Now, at this point, I'm going to go ahead and boil the meat. Now, I just need to carry my saucepan and, put it on fire. For those in Uganda, by the way, if you're watching this in Uganda and you love my saucepans, I want you to know that you can get them from Urban Households. Yeah, you can find her on Instagram. Anyway, that aside, my meat is boiled and ready. Now, I'm going to go ahead and pick out the pieces. I know some of you are wondering that these pieces are too big for pilau, but no, my friend, that is a wrong mentality. Pilau should have enough pieces of meat. You should not just eat rice. It should be with some good pieces of meat. Now, at this point, I'm going to go ahead and put oil in a saucepan. Not too much oil, my dears. Please stop using too much oil for pilau. It just doesn't make sense. You get it? And then I go ahead and add in my onions. Remember, the onions are not so small, and you cook them until they are golden brown, not burnt. Now I'm adding this little water, the one you saw, so that it cools the whole onions, because by the time it comes this black, the onions are so hot. If you add anything at this point, you just get burnt. So I add a little bit of water. You should also do the same, my friend. Then at this time, you go ahead and keep stirring, After adding your meat pieces, do not forget, my friend, that you have to cook this meat until it's brown, because you want it to also be tasty. What I'm adding here, these are bay leaves. When you go to the market, you can see them. They are local bay leaves. I'm adding a little bit, just 2 of them. I'm not cooking so much rice today, by the way. I'm just cooking a little bit of pilau just for myself and my husband. He's around. Yes. By the way, please stop watching and go and subscribe. Yes, please do. Please subscribe, my friend. Please do. And then this is a spice we call pilau masala. You can get this in the market. It's made by mixing several other spices. Instead of you mixing them manually, you just go and buy the pilau masala in the supermarket or in the market or in the shop. Yes, and you keep stirring. You keep adding and you keep stirring. Now, at this point, so I was telling you, this is like literally the easiest recipe. I'm just going to add a little bit of soy sauce. Yes, you know me. Soy sauce, that is a go-to when it comes to cooking pilau. Not so much, by the way. Soy sauce is salty. It is salty, so use just a little. Yes. Now go ahead and keep stirring. By the way, have confidence in yourself. This thing, if you try this thing, you're going to pull it up, and it's going to come out nice. Now I've added my rice. Yes, and I'm going to add some of the broth, like the soup we used to cook the meat, that one. Now at this point, I usually like adding just 1 Royco cube, just elevate the flavor. Just 1. You add it. You add a little bit of salt, but you first taste all these things you've been adding a little bit what? Salty. Yes, and remember there is even salt in this soup because you boiled it with I think you remember I told you to boil with salt. Now you let it boil for a little while and you cover and let this boil on low heat until the rice is ready. Are you guys seeing what I'm saying? Oh, this is nice. The rice is really nice. The smell coming out of this itself. Oh, it's to die for. This is like the best pilau recipe I can give you. Thank you, and please subscribe.